All right, y'all, so I'm standing at the front door of our 2022 Keystone Montana 377 FL. So the FL is for the front living room. This front door comes into the kitchen, and to the right, which is the front, is the living room. So up 2 stairs into the living room. This comes with these 2 couches, these love seats, I guess, technically, and these are fold outs. These both fold out into beds. There is storage on each side of the entertainment center. There is an electric fireplace. This is the control center for the surround sound. So it has multiple zones. One plays inside and one plays outside. So if you want to listen to music while you're sitting outside, you can. So this TV comes out of the entertainment center. Don't mind the noise. And then there's a blackout shade behind there. You can see, let's see, there's an air conditioning unit that's here in the living room, and it has the satellite connection if you want to get that. Like I said, storage on both sides. Blackout curtains everywhere. All of the windows in the Montana open except this one window right here. That is the only one. These are power reclining seats, both sides. You can see one of the nice features is that there are chargers built in everywhere. Chargers everywhere. There's here on the other side of the RV. So come down here and we're into the kitchen. Now we are camping, so don't mind all of our junk. You can see there's some storage right here under the breakfast bar. I don't know if y'all can see this, but that's a motion sensor light right there. So that just came on because I walked by it. But breakfast bar, there's some storage. There's my dog's food right there. We hung up a little thing for the keys. 2 bar stools. You can see there's accent lighting that's coming from underneath, which is fun. Full-size residential fridge with water and an ice maker. In here, this is what we use for our pantry, and then here's the control center. So what's great about this, well, one of the things that's great about this is that it has the water heater, can either be gas or electric. It's got all of the interior and exterior lights. You can see we don't have them all on. The automatic awning, which is here, porch lights. Ours comes with solar. So this is the control for the inverter, which tells us how much solar panel we have, which we're not using right now. All the slide buttons, the awning button. This is a heated tank, so if you're somewhere cool, you can keep your fresh gray and black water tanks heated so that they do not freeze over. This is a switch for a fan, ceiling fan in the kitchen, low and high. This is the rest that I use for, the rest of this is what I use for our pantry storage. Doesn't look like much, but it actually holds a ton. It's just me and my husband today, so we didn't bring nearly as much food as we do when there's kids around. But you know, and then there's another section right here. Actually, in here is where the breaker box is, but a little bit more storage. While I say this is a full-size residential fridge, it's definitely not like my Samsung at home, but it is, comparatively speaking, to other RVs. This thing is ginormous. Like I said, it has water built in, and an ice maker with right over the space. So this is the breakfast area. This also, the tabletop drops down and it turns into a bed. It has the stove, pretty big microwave. This is a 3-burner here. Guess I gotta open that up. Pretty decent size sink. The pull down spout. We have our own little ice maker there. More storage, more drawers. More storage, more storage, more storage. It has the fan here, the smart fan, which we do use like when I'm cooking, it gets hot, so that sucks a lot of the hot air out. So down the hallway here is the bathroom. The bathroom's not huge, but I can say this. My husband's 6 foot tall. He's a big guy, like 300 pounds. He can easily fit in this shower. You can see it's got the skylight above it, so it's tons of headroom. One thing I can say is that I cannot see in this mirror because I'm only 5 foot tall. There I am. But all the finishes are matte black. There's no carpet in this place except for right here on these stairs, which leads to the loft. So these are also motion censored. They turned on when I came around the corner. Don't really go up here. It's a huge mess, so don't pay attention to it. But when the kids are here, this is where they hang out. So the ceiling is not high. I'm, like I said, 5 foot tall. And I can sit Indian style in here, and my head touches the ceiling. So, like, if you're a grown adult, you probably don't want to be in here. But this is a king size bed with a purple mattress, and the kids think it's comfortable. It didn't come with the TV, but we did install a TV up here. You can see on the ceiling right there, there are jacks for it, like all the connections up in the ceiling over there. And in the corner, let me see if I can zoom in. Those are more plugs and phone charging outlets for USB. And then lots of storage space over there. And then there's the second air conditioner. So we actually replaced our air conditioners with some bigger ones because ours blew up when we got struck by lightning. So lessons learned, and we put a surge protector we now use. Here's the master bedroom. This has a king size mattress in it. A couple steps down to get into it. So this is a slide here at the head. And I do enjoy these shelves. More chargers. Like I said, there's chargers everywhere. And my husband uses a CPAP, so like it's extra nice for him to be able to plug in his CPAP right there. So one thing I do not like about this RV is this space right here, which is where the washer and dryer combo is supposed to go. So this came with doors. So you can imagine trying to stand here and open these doors. Like the only way to do it was to get in between the two doors and open it up and stand in between them to access this space. So we took off the, we don't have a washer and dryer, as you can see, but we took off the doors and just hung this curtain rod because it's way more functional that way. And y'all don't look at me because I'm camping and I look like a hot mess. But so here's the closet. Well, first of all, here's the dresser. And the master closet, which has a decent amount of space. We don't normally bring hanging clothes, so I put in these hanging cubbies right here for us to put stuff in. Like right now, this is all the clothes we bought. We're not even using the dresser. Actually, we're using the dresser for a hamper. You can see I got a hamper in there. That gives you an idea of how wide it is. And then additional storage. So one thing I did not point out when I walked back here is that there's a back door. This is like the only Montana model that has a back door. So sometimes you go to campsites and the door doesn't face the way you want to. No worries. Here you can get in either side. Also, it did not have a TV here. The only TV that this thing came with was the one in the living room, but it did have the outlets for it. So we mounted another smart TV in here so that we're able to watch TV in bed and put it on one of the rotating wall mounts, which works well. I think that's it. If you have questions, post them in the comments and I will do my best to answer them. Overall, it's a beautiful RV. This is our second Montana. Our other one was a 2006, and it was not this pretty. She was old. I can tell you, she got a lot of use, a lot of kids, a lot of play, a lot of dogs, and after all those years, we were still able to sell it for $7,000. People were banging down our door because these things just really hold up well. But this thing is beautiful and it's comfortable. Thanks for watching.